chase my ass on that bitch. Her up and these niggas so 6'6", we look this shit. See, we get so quick. With a chase my ass on that bitch. Her up and these niggas so 6'6", we look this shit. See, we get so quick. With a chase my ass on that bitch. Her up and these niggas so 6'6", we look this shit. See, we get so quick. With a chase my ass on that bitch. Her up and these niggas so 6'6", we look this shit. See. sweet like this shit, see. We get jacked so quick. Jack with a Jason mask on that bitch. Her up and these niggas so 6 we love this shit. See, we get jacked so quick. Jack with a Jason mask on that bitch. Her up and these niggas so 6 we love this shit. See, we get jacked so quick. Jack with a Jason mask on that bitch. Her up and these niggas so 6 we love this shit. See, we get jacked so quick. Jack with a Jason mask on that bitch. Her up and these niggas so 6 we love this shit.
Contest of speed.
Contest of speed.
Contest of speed.
Contest of speed.
Hello, people. Welcome back to Contest Speed. Oh, why is the screen black? What's happening? Still black? I don't know what's happening.
It's all good on the stream side by the look of it.
Not for me.
Oh, you are having some lag there by the look of it. Yeah.
Screen freezes. I think it's a PC glitch. About too much. Oh, screen freezes, should I say? I might have to restart soon. If it gets bad in quality, do it before the race. But anyway, welcome back to Contest Speed. I'm joined by D Summers here today, and we are at EU1 Imola, and you can see it is raining in quality already. We're on board with Hako. But how are you, D Summers?
I'm doing okay. I wouldn't want to be these drivers at this moment in time. This track is difficult enough on track limits as it is in the dry, let alone in the rain. But yes, we have Hako currently coming round on his first flying lap on the Inters. A couple of the drivers are out there on soft tires.
Well, we don't really see any racing line. It's just kind of if you can see on the track, can't really see any puddles really. It's kind of a mixed
No,
condition, but maybe I don't know. It's kind of close. There's another screen freeze. Hope it don't get any more worse. I just don't have to tab out anymore. So, who would be the next one to lap? There's an Alpine. Is that Orfeld? Yes, it is. But he has invalidated his lap. The next one would be Steljo, who's actually on the soft tyres. So let's see if they are quicker than the Inter's conditions. But I think the rain's stopped. No, the rain's still pouring down, but you can see it's like the tiniest bit of rain. Let's just see which one's the better tyre. Steljo is a contender. Be up there to get a win, maybe. But we do have 3 races left. He's gotten P2 on the soft tyres. Griffin on the Inters up to P2. So they're already showing that the Inters are the superior tyre already. So Offendo back P4 on the soft tyres. So yeah, you can see already showing soft tyres are defo not it, but has made it on the Inters P6. That's Griffin. Yep, no, Jones up to P2 on the Inters. So it's
yeah,
kind of a
it
mix.
looks like the Inters are the better tire, but it just depends on your ERS management around the track. I don't think Hasmania had a brilliant lap. But
Mast has invalidated, so I think we have to go on board with Orpha, who's actually on the soft tyre. Has invalidated his lap again. So I think we have to go on board with Hako, who might be on a lap, doing multiple laps. Because I'm pretty sure the Inters don't wear that high compared to the softs. Or the should I say the dry compounds, and he has invalidated.
we've got Matty Robbo going around on the soft tires on going through Tosa right now.
Now this is
A
the
little bit
second
of a
turn.
wiggle on the exit there.
Kind of shows you maybe it's not the right tyre yet, but you want to be careful of track limits, but you want to send the car through as well. Flat out through this corner, brakes all suddenly round his right hander, get the power down. You kind of will struggle for traction, as you can see there. Matty struggling, but I have a feeling it will go dry. And talking about it might be going dry. Don't think I see any more rain. I think it has stopped.
It does look like the rain has stopped. But now it's a case of getting rubber down onto the track and rubber it in.
If the
Because
rain
now the track is green.
So let's see what Matty Robbo can do. He is currently flashing, but he won't contend for pole. But he's up to P4 on a softer tyre. He's not known to be up there. But him being P4, showing the soft tyre, could be it right now. I'm guessing it is. But people need to start pitting now, get those soft tyres on.
Let's see, is that Craggy coming round? Yes, invalidated. Next man
Malvin's got
across the
purple
line
sector
will
two.
be Melvin.
Malvin's got purple sector 2. Go back. Go back. It is off and go back, actually. It's coming around the final two corners now. Quite difficult for track limits. Don't want to take too much curb. You might bounce off. But track limits. Cutting a bit there to get the optimal line and get to 118. But I'm guessing we might see 114 from these drivers. 117 from Malvin. There. AJ. Will he be the next one? Or Cornish Kush? I think it is Cornish Kush who put purple sector 2. Sadly, you can't be Cornish Hook. Now it's Kush. So don't forget about that. Kush.
Yep,
Hook.
I know. I'll just call him Cornish. It's easier.
Got Cornish Kush coming around the line now. Looks like to be a 117. Showing the track's getting better and better. AJ still on his lap on the Inters conditions. Staying out. Going back in.
Nope, he
Probably
has
smart
dived
idea.
in.
Braggy, who has
Got
invalidated again.
Invalidated. That's 2 laps in a row now that Craggy has invalidated.
Yeah, no one's on a lap, right?
That's what we mean by the track limits around Imola. It can always catch you out, no matter how good you are in the car.
We'll catch you out, especially you, shall I say, from last night. If I caught you out.
Yeah. Like, it caught me out, but to be fair, 2 of my penalties were when I was battling someone and got nudged, but maybe I shouldn't have been there. But that's just me.
So let's go on board with Wolf because I'm guessing you'll be the next one to set a lap because everybody has invalidated, but Orpho over here has been for a contender for wins, but if he joined early, maybe he could have be up there with Jones and AJ, who's currently contending for the championship, but he can still win it. AJ don't get any points. Pretty sure you get 75 points in every single race. AJ don't get none. Orpho can still win. It's a very low chance.
Stelshow has just started a lap ahead of Orfelt.
On board with him. See how well we do into turn 1 now. Turn 2. I'm pretty sure this is turn 3 instead because you got
It is technically
Please.
turns 3 and 4.
turn
Yeah.
2, 3, and 4. And I think this is. I'm losing count already. I'm losing count. I've lost count. Purple
The slight
sector
kink
1,
on the start is 1 and 2,
1,
technically.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think this is 12. Got 12 and 13.
Let's just go back. Going through Aqua Minerale
12,
right
13,
now,
14.
coming up to Marianne Alta.
15, 16. Purple sector 2. Going up to 15, 16. Taking that chicane quite nicely, though. Swinging it around.
Being very aggressive, coming down to Ravazza.
Yeah, you can do those, I don't know. But Cornish Kush with the fastest lap. It's on a double flying lap, I think. And look, will Sergio take it? Looks like we're going into the 114s. Tracks going, it's getting drier and drier. Not enough. But Orfelt, he hasn't invalidated and he's got some pole so far. Is it enough to beat the well, I should say the double Williams over here? AJ's starting a lap, shall I say? Reggie starts on a lap. Another Aston starting a lap.
I'm currently on board with Hasmania, who is just going through Tosa and up to Piratella.
Right now I'm on board with PW Jones, who's currently put a purple sector 2 right now. Looks like he's contending for pole. Beat Orfelt. I don't think you want to start P1 into turn 1. Chaos, or should I say turn 2. Let's see what you can do. The line. Not enough though. Can Hacker do something about that? Can he grab pole? Can he defeat? No! Was a massive slide coming out that corner there. His tyre touching the gravel. P4. Maybe if he didn't have that slide, he could have got pole. We would never know. Kind of close there. Showing people are struggling around here. Struggling for track limits. Let's go on board. Championship leader, AJ, but he's invalidated his lap. Craig invalidated his lap.
We have Roger Sky
has
who
invalidated his lap. Malvin has not. Is it Hasmania? Hasmania's back there. Let's go and bowl with Malvin then. Malvin, don't.
Hasmania has just finished a lap. He's just done a flying lap and improved.
Oh. Well, Malvin's put a pole set to 2 right now. This right now. Comes round the final left-hander now. Up to this right, small right-hander. Comes across the line. Is it enough to be beat pole? Nope, it's a 15 flat. Now we've got loads of people behind starting. Was the Sky backed out? Lankiorn's invalidated. Hugo on a lap right now behind a Haas, but Hugo has been contending for wins here, but has just gotten unlucky. But will he have a pace today around Imola? A difficult track, especially for track limits and for pace. Let's see what he can do.
I'm still surprised how Hugo was put into EU2
Well, right
at
now
the start of the
he's in P8.
season.
He's P8. Blame Nathan D. Blame Nathan D. That's all I can say.
Don't blame a man who's no longer with us.
That's why he left. He couldn't take the pressure, but AJ setting pole by a whole 10th. No, not yeah, whole 10th actually.
Yep,
Back into
exactly
the
a
pits now.
10.
Alpha is the new reserve driver is now in. Lankiorn has invalidated. Rosa Sky is not on a lap. It is a slow lap there from him. Hako on a lap, improving by the tiniest bit, but he'll improving like that
Rosa
sector.
Sky coming through the last corner.
Yeah,
He's starting a fresh lap.
Hako with a
Oh,
proper
and
sector 2.
It seems Rosa Sky he's invalidated before the line, so he's got the invalid lap and next lap.
So you could cross too much.
That's
And Hako's in. He's saying, yeah, it's not enough. I don't have enough time to go back in. So let me just put a new fresh tyres in. Go back out again. Shugo will have enough time. Andrew's on a lap, I'm pretty sure. AJ. No, AJ's boxing. I think he was in. I did.
at the moment we have got Andre and Lanky and Rosa on track.
Andrew's
don't
just gone
know
in.
if-
He's took out the pollard.
Yep.
Wow, can't believe you, bro. Man just took out the pollard. Poor
And
pollard.
Lanky has invalidated. Is he going to go for another run? Does he have the fuel to do so?
Over battery. Gone back
No.
in. I don't think he has enough time to go back out. It is a small lap times around here. But it is a long pit
Yeah.
lane as well. It's a long pit lane, so
It's a long, slow pit lane.
Rosa Sky's in. I think
And-
it's the Alp. The lanky one and Rosa Sky. Lanky has the lanky one still going in. I don't think Rosa Sky has enough time. Maybe Lanky. They're kind of close.
We are going to have Huff and Dobak is going to be the first driver across the line to set their final lap.
He don't invalidate.
If he doesn't invalidate.
But he does have traffic in front of him, so he needs to watch out for that. As Andrews retires from the session, says, "Yep, I've got no time to set another lap, so I'm just gonna retire." Hello, Posse. Window back, coming up to turn 1. Now 2 with difficult corner, difficult chicane. I think you got 3 chicanes around this track. 2.
Weird thing is, this track is difficult with the chicanes. There are 2 very fast chicanes, 1 slow chicane. But the most difficult corner is Aqua Minerale. Because the car is unsettled going into the first right hand, and then you've got the tighter right hander going up the hill.
Of that corner, I think I was quick around there yesterday, but hovering no back here. It's gonna be a bit apex by a bit, but this is the corner you're talking about. Keep a nice tight line, get straight on the accelerator out of that corner. Eyes spinning out, coming out to the chicane. Don't want to cut too early, cut too late. Keeps it nice and tight, where people will be struggling in the race. You don't want to, suffer. Coming up to the last 2 left-handers now. Keep it a nice tight line. Look at that. Track limit. Almost on the limit there. Alvin has retired. Looks like he's gone into the wall. Back getting pole by 40 milliseconds. Who is
It
next?
looks like Orfelt has backed out. I think he might be going for a push lap as the timer ticks over.
Sergio's improving. Looks like the Williams have gone through the strat again. The toe again. Looks like it's Hacko giving Jones the toe. I don't know. Alfred is up to P3, but it's not enough for pole. By disqualifying stunt for him. Craigie has spun around. I'm pretty sure. Don't know who. I don't know who's on board with. Pipe Tech about to finish. Pipe Tech comes across the line. P12. Was the Sky's finish? That is Punish Kush, but it hasn't improved. The Haas has Mania, so it would be Deljo 6. That's across the line, and then it would be Griffin. Deljo can he contest that pole?
He
He
does.
does. Now on board with Griffin. Griffin up to P5. Now it's both William boys. Well, actually, the Red Bull of Hoffendo back. And then it's one of the Mercedes. I do not know who. Matty Robbo, maybe. Matty
Yeah, it'll
Robbo
be Matty.
improves. And Hacker grabs pole. And Jones is not enough. Can AJ contest with pole? Hugo don't improve, but what can AJ do? Up to P3 behind the William boys. Super close. Orfelt.
Oh, invalidated.
Craigie.
That's a
did not
shame for
improve.
Orfelt there.
And I
And
think
Lanky
Fred
finally
Lanky.
gets a time on the board.
That was stressful. So many cars coming through. I couldn't catch up.
just the last few seconds, every time, just everyone coming across the line and trying to work out where you are.
Well, anyway, that is
But
your
that's
order.
a massive pole lap. That is a massive pole lap from
even
Hacko there.
Hacko gave the toe to Jones as well, so I was expecting Jones to get the pole, but apparently Hacko found that pace, locked in, and put that pole time in. But we're doing alright, Posse. What about you? Get to see some EU1 action for the AM1 race, which we are racing. Yeah, you can see on my buddy's stream, it's an FPS glitch here, lagging out every now and then. Annoying, this game is.
It's fine as long as it doesn't crash. You're fine.
What, you want to see cars pausing every now and then? That was great.
It's better than missing the first 3 laps of a race.
Well, you got Hacko in P1, then it goes Jones, AJ, Seljo, Hoffendover, Hugo, Alphanas, Griffin, Orfelt, and Craig for that top 10. We got Punish Kush, Malvin, Hasmania, Pipe Deck, Lanky One, Andrews, Matty Robert, and Rosa Sky. That is got 18 drivers. But now the Williams are in a comfortable position, P1, P2. So right now he's got to keep it nice and clean, and just got to hope Hacko could defend from AJ so Jones can secure that championship lead.
That's the point. On the grid, AJ is lining up directly behind Hacko, isn't he? Because he's in P3.
Yeah, but he will get that toe, true. He will get that toe.
He'll get the toe, but if the Williams boys play it right, I have a feeling Hacko will defend the inside. Jones will go around Hacko on the outside while boxing AJ in.
Well, you can see right now it is a dry race, but it's a bit cloudy, but I don't think it's enough for it to rain any time soon. But we never know what the weather can, But let's see what strategies these drivers do. It's either medium to hards or hard to mediums, but it could be a safety car, switch up some strategy. And we've had some news from the chat.
Yep. According to members in the paddock, there is due to be rain at the end of the race.
So that's going to be quite interesting. But if there's a safety car, that gives us more racing in the rain. So it depends how these drivers act out. It's still going to be rain, but will there be more rain at the end? More safety cars, more hold up. But let's see how clean these boys can keep it today. But this one's a difficult track, so I'm seeing. I think I'm definitely seeing a safety car. About you, these.
I have a feeling there will be a safety car. I have a feeling there will be feelings hurt.
1, 2,
But here we go.
3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for EU1 as Hako gets a good start on Jones, but Jones starting right beside him. AJ struggling up the start there. Alfred spinning out on the restart there. Going off into the grass. Looks like AJ's trying to overtake Jones down the inside, going too wide, not the best. But Hako keeps the lead. Jones into P2. Hugo up to P5. Huff and back, dropping down. Otto up to P7 now. Gaining some positions. Brother William boys have a switch here. A race switch here. Will AJ go for the look? Go for the dive bomb on Jones. It looks like AJ's desperate already. On the first lap. Whilst we already got 32 laps already left. And he's looking desperate. He already knows that he wants to beat Jones. I don't know why he's trying to beat him right now.
So just for information's sake, we have the majority of drivers on the mediums. We have 3 drivers on the hard tyres.
Which is Matthew Robbo, Rosasky and Andrews at the back here. Oh, that's someone round. That is lanky one round at the chicane. But let's look at the gained. The most lost is Alpha up there, losing 11. Most gained, Rosasky by 3 positions.
And Matty Robbo matching him as well.
All of them looking quite decent so far. Offer up 2, Craggy up 1. Off and about losing that position. Hugo, Craggy up to P8, overtaking his teammates. Still the same order up front. But AJ getting closer and closer to the gearbox of that Williams. So let's see how it goes. Looks like he went for a look down the inside, but then he backed out last second there. Looks like
there was a lockup from Craggy going through Tosa.
I've just seen Hoffendo back overtake Hugo for that P5. He's back up where he started. Off out now on the gearbox of Hugo and Craggy. So these drivers do have that pace. We might, but there's not much overtaking spots here in Imola. Really, I don't think there's going to be about 1 diving spot, shall I say? 2 this corner and the hairpin diving spots. Turn 1, it's not really
if you are smart about it, there are 3, maybe 4 overtaking spots, but the most common one will be the first heavy braking zone after DRS, which we're coming up to now.
Only if you're sure you can overtake them. Don't make a dive bomb.
Yes.
Craggy overtakes Orfelt for P7 there, getting past, looking desperate now. Malvin right on the gearbox of Griffin behind, looking to get past that McLaren, but has a look, but it's not. The gap's not there for him to go through. He's looking again, running outside of the hairpin, gets squeezed a bit too far off, but the Aston Martin's having a look as well, looking desperate. The boys are just trying to get past this through his field. It's not enough, but Malvin's burning a bit of battery there, it seems like it, and he gets spins around by Griffin into the wall. I don't think that's any damage, and he's retired. Oh, it looks like his wheels come off. Does his wheel come off?
Yep, that.
I don't know.
I don't know how, but that is only a yellow flag.
Don't. Do we have safety cars on? That's all. That should be in virtual, actually. I don't know how
that should have been virtual. Compared to how it was yesterday in EU2, that should have been a virtual safety car.
That should have been a virtual. I don't know how, but then right, we do continue there. So Jones getting closer to Hack Open, looking to overtake, but you know he's looking to overtake Seltra down the inside of AJ into turn 1. They're going side by side here. I can't see around the corner, but looks like Seltra is winning so far. Neck and neck, coming up to turn, whatever turn this is, but the second chicane, and so Seltra's looking to get the switch back, ran down the inside, but it's not enough. As in the background, we've got Hugo and Craggy fighting for that position. I'm pretty sure Craggy went up to P6, overtaking Huff and back.
I do get the feeling that the likes of Pipe Tech and Matty Robbo might be struggling. Griffin managed to make the pass under DRS on Matty Robbo and is now on the hunt for Pipe Tech for P11 to try and get back up into those point scoring positions for the McLaren.
But it looks
after
like
his incident with Malvin.
AJ is about to be dropped out of DRS. If Jones gets his DRS, this could be the ending for AJ here. Like Craggy's up to P5, overtaking Hugo. He's got the pace so far. He's getting past drivers one by each lap. And let's see how he can do. But AJ out of that DRS, looking to burn a bit of battery down the straight. But it's not enough. That DRS is really strong, but he's got some company behind. His two drivers, Sergio and Craggy,
Oh,
bumping. Still fighting. Is Hugo having a look as well? Wants that position back. AJ is in front of his pack, watching the chaos happen behind.
Griffin has now moved up into P11 under DRS and is doing what he can to close that 2-second gap up to Hasmania and the points.
It is possible since there's only one DRS zone, so he's got the low downforce setup, well no, high downforce setup, and try and catch up with the middle sectors. I should say the whole sectors except from the long big straight. It looks like the Williams boys have dropped AJ out of DRS, and if people behind start attacking AJ, this might be AJ's race maybe done. This is a safety car uphill up to P8. Oh no, losing a position to Cornish Kush here. Not having the best race, bit of contact there. It looks like the Hasmania looking to go for a sneaky move. Try to go through him whilst he's ghosted, but it's not enough. AJ burning again on the straight to not lose that much time to the William boys. Craggy overtakes Seljo. They don't go after AJ yet. Oh, looks like AJ caught up a lot there in the first chicane. Looks like Jones kind of messed up. Jones needs to do something if he wants to drop him. I don't think he has enough battery.
Spotted another lockup on the front left of Craggy going into the hairpin. I don't think he enjoys that turn all that much.
It looks like AJ
He
is
seems
struggling
to
again.
be locking up every time.
What's happening for AJ today is not finding the groove. He cannot find the grip, he cannot find the traction. He's currently struggling. He was within DRS range of Jones, and now he's dropped back. And he might barely get it. Looking close, he's got it by a whole tenth. He's back in. Jones will have that slipstream of his teammate Hako. So that could work out somehow. Craggy, knowing him, he likes to overtake people. Plus they got DRS as well, so let's see what he can do, but it's not close enough. AJ catching up slowly. Jones not going through the overtake. Matty Robbo, P12 overtaking Pipe Tech. You got Griffin front now. He try to get the points slowly if he can. But like we got news from Malvin, rain will happen at the end of the race, so strategies will, not work. But I think that's why some people go for the hards, hards towards
I
the rain
believe
maybe.
so, yeah.
They will last
Hards
in the
until
end.
the rain, though. Yep.
Maybe we can get Alpha in this. He did connect Alpha in this.
Let me see.
Maybe tag him something like that. So he hasn't said anything in the chat yet so far.
Have let's see.
So I'm pretty sure he did just. Yeah, he's
You
still.
go ahead and carry on that.
But AJ's still struggling again, almost being dropped out of DRS, but still with that DRS by the tiniest bit here. Oh, looks like a massive snap from Craggy there. Almost losing it, but keeps it on the track, keeps it nice and calm. And finally, we see a switch for the lead. Jones finally taking the lead of this race. Hugo up to P5, overtaking Seljo there. Was this guy overtaking Pipe Tech for P13? Now, looks like Matty Roberts overtaking Griffin for P11. Oh, I'll switch there. But now, looks like AJ's comfortably within that gap to Hako, who's got the better pace. Which Williams boys, who's got the better pace? Is it Jones or Hako? His 3-second time penalty to his name. like AJ kind of struggles in the middle sector a lot. He is dropped out by maybe 2 attempts already, 3 attempts almost. He was still DRS, one push, almost being dropped out of DRS, and Orfeld try to push him a bit faster, get him in that DRS and in it.
I just have to wait for a friend request. There we go.
Oh, Seljo almost losing the car on that corner. You can see there him sliding a lot there. Looks like Craigie did it as well last lap. It looks like there's a switch for the lead again. Hacker takes the lead. Jones looking for that gap, same as Craigie. There's not enough gap there. Hugo almost dropping out. Looks like Matty Robbo got overtaken twice there by Griffin and Rosy Sky. Poptech lurking in the background there. But it looks like AJ's getting desperate again. But he just have major pressure from a driver behind who knows, or known to be aggressive, should I say, on the track. He likes to get past quickly, you know, try to find that gap and go for it. And now AJ's got to have that pressure from him behind, and then gonna force AJ to make a move on Jones. So this could be chaos.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out on our disconnected friend here, but it does look like Griffin might have made a mistake at some point and has dropped back 3.8 seconds behind Hasmania.
Well, let's go on board with AJ here, because AJ is looking close enough to Jones to make a move maybe if he burns enough ERS. Going up to his turn one, looks like we're going 3 wide. Looks like Hacker's sticking on the outside, and then Hacker got left no room, and then Hacker's around, it's AJ round as well. Both drivers have gone round. It looks like Hacker's lost more, but no virtual. Hacker losing more, down to P13. Surprised it's not a legal overtake by other drivers. It looks like 2 drivers have made a lot of contact. So that's quite unlucky from both drivers, but this gives Jones a quite comfortable gap. Hugo within 3 seconds. Jones, you know, unlucky from one of the Williams. AJ still stuck in the points though. But I'm wondering what's happened. Oh, what's happened at the back here?
Oh my word.
Look, I don't know what happened there. I don't know. It looks like Sergio went off, but I'm not sure what happened to Hugo. But now it's just a 2-man train up front. Like Sergio is in massive trouble. He's got about 5 cars behind. I see in the background, Offhouse into the pits already. Hugo's holding out that P3, gets overtaken by Sergio maybe. Turn 1.
Craigie
Yes.
has passed Jones before turn 1.
Window back looking greedy for that P4, but stays behind. Nice and smart. But now this is that's what I mean by total chaos, but I'm surprised at that. Oh yeah.
So we currently have 4 drivers on track limit pens, one being Hugo with 3 seconds, and then the 3 reserves from EU2 all on 3 seconds each.
But right now, looks like Sergio's trying to get back into the DRS of PW Jones. He's getting closer and closer. Like he's kind of getting greedy for that win. AJ, he's in that P8 position. Off up with a 3 seconds now for that track limits. Akko's in the DRS of Matty Robbo, so maybe he can start climbing the order. Got dropped out last second maybe. Struggling a lot now after that spin. Car's probably warmed up, you know, losing that grip. The tyre would be quite high after that spin. I think he
His
took.
rear tyres are going to be on fire after sliding or spinning.
Yeah, I think he took more effect than AJ. I think Hako went more spinning than AJ. But we leave that to the stewards room, you know, like any stewards are watching this, you know.
Yes.
We'll leave that to you guys, that's your job. We just watch, you know, the chaos happen. But right now, it's been alright, except from the AJ and Hako incident.
And the Malvin incident with
Griffin. Oh, yeah.
Griffin.
But Hako's 9 DRS of Matty Robbo. He can still get some points, but it'll be close enough. And Hugo. Hugo,
That's another 3
we
seconds
need
for
to talk,
Hugo.
mate. We need to talk, mate. Stop doing a D Summers, mate. Stop doing a D Summers. Having too many pens nowadays.
Put it this way, if he gets over 9 seconds of pens, it's no longer a D Summers, it's a Piney.
Well,
Okay.
Piney DNF, so...
He got 15 seconds of on-track limits before DNFing.
Oh! Dojo's into a bits now, looking to get the undercut. Oh, we're both halves are in. Oh no. I want to watch this.
That's not going to be a big enough gap.
You can see
You go
him.
back on with the race. You go back on with the race. I'll keep on this.
Oh
no.
I don't know why I'm laughing. Craggy's got about 3 seconds now to his name. Off and down at P3, but looks like AJ and Hacker looks to get the undercut. Lap 13, looks like these boys might be pitting next lap. Window back. Got Hugo behind when Cornish Kush. Griffin still fighting for about P6 there with Rosa Sky. Matty Robbo dropping out at DRS. Pipes at P9. Andrew's P10. But looks like
Orfelt
has gone for the big undercut.
He made an undercut hit 1 lap earlier, and it's got him in front of Stelshow and AJ. So that is...
Shows you how strong the undercut is.
Yeah, it just shows you how insane that...
I think it's of a lot.
Hitting 1 lap earlier, fresh tires. It's a
long pit lane,
really strong undercut here.
I'm surprised how many made it in front of a Hako here. After double stacking. Oh, that might be a bit chaos. Hugo and Huffingdale back, breaking a bit too early, maybe there. And then maybe causing wing damage for Hugo? I can't tell. Can you check? So I can't. No wing damage. Hugo's
no wing
fine. Rosa Sky, Matty Robbo, and Craigie. No, the top 3 haven't pitted yet. Let's look at these tyres. Do we know who hasn't pitted yet? So, Alphen is there. And then Rosa Sky, Griffin, Matty Robbo, and Andrews hasn't pitted yet. Then Orfelt has got in front of Craigie. Jones losing a lot of time there in the pit stop for some reason. I'm not sure what happened there. But now Hako's on the chase on AJ, but AJ gliding into that DRS. Look at the gap there. 1 second. Creeping slowly. But Hako have a pace on these hards. But Novak on the mediums, I just realised. Mediums to the end. He's going to suffer. I think it's going to cause some chaos. We did hear there's going to be some rain, but let's look at these pens. I see them climbing and ranking in now. Where's this guy? 3 seconds. Another one. Can I read out the pens before you get more pens, please? Alright? Oh, you might need to. Something's wrong with this.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Matty 3 seconds, Andrews 6, Orfelt 3, Craig 3, Sergio 3, Hugo 6, Hasmedia 14, Lanky 1. No, Hasmedia 3 seconds, Lanky 1 3 seconds, Pipetech 3 seconds as well. That is your pens so far. Griffin's into the pits. Orfelt's been overtaken by Craigie for that P4, but it is net P1. Hako sitting with fastest lap there, almost in DRS of AJ. Let's go on board with. Oh, that's caps.
That's unfortunate for Alphane's. His AI has come into the pits.
But to be honest, he did have to pit anyway, please.
True.
Oh, Hugo. 9 seconds. You're doing a decent miss here, and almost now a Piney. This guy went from rapid pace now to being a penalty merchant.
It just means he has to use his rapid pace to make up those 9 seconds ahead of everyone else.
But I'm interested in when the rain's coming.
Rosa has...
Is AI's going to pit? No, that's next lap. No, that might mess up his...
I'm just going to say I don't have Rosa. By the look of it, I don't think he added me before the race.
I don't think we had late notice as well, so we couldn't really
Yeah,
do anything.
I did send friend requests out to everyone in the lobby.
Commentate on the racing so far. I'm on board with Andrews as well.
Yeah.
I got him
Let's
added.
have a look. That's unfortunate for Rosa because he is still in P1 at the moment, almost 3.5 seconds ahead of Matty Robbo. Out of everyone who still needs to pit, they are the only two on track at this moment in time, 15 laps on their hard tyres. But let's go back with Craggy and Orfelt. Orfelt is now sniffing the gearbox of Craggy, trying to work out how to get past him.
I don't see him.
I
I don't even have an R list as well. R. No, there we go.
right,
R
okay.
list.
Go back to
Diamond Man.
doing your comms, and I will message Rosa.
Alright. Orfelt, right behind Craggy. Jones being dropped up at DRS ages ago, but just have some company behind Sergio and Huffendoe. Hugo dropping out at DRS, got some company behind. Got Cornish Push and AJ. It looks like Hugo's been overtaken by and twice. Echo slowly being dropped out by the Reduke people in front by almost 3 seconds now. Orfelt see. Like that DRS ain't helping, but you need to put a good middle sector if you want to keep him at DRS. Like Jones cannot do enough to catch up to get him at DRS. Company behind. Echo still can't catch up. Looks like both Williams are struggling, but Jones all he wants is to get more points than AJ. And he wants to maximise his points. If you want to win a championship, always have to do better than your rival. Paco finally picking up 3 seconds there, but he was slowly catching up to the people in front. Almost caught a whole second there on that lap. Probably will lose it on that straight because that DRS is quite strong. Now going back on board with P3 and P4. Watch us net 1, net P1 and then net P2. Craggy is in the lead, although it's not close enough. Jones don't have to do anything because the people in front of him have pens. If he stays close enough, he'll jump up to P1 so far. Window back P7, AJ in P8 now, taking that lead of that pack. Paco only losing 4 attempts on that straight. Maybe if he's catching it, maybe a whole second on the middle sector, so or whether DRS ain't it, he has a chance to get back in. He's already gained maybe 4 attempts already, 3 attempts. So it looks like he's slowly catching up, but let's go on board with Craggy and Orfelt.
A little bit of news on Rosa Sky. Apparently, his PlayStation will not turn back on. He's going to keep trying, but he's having system issues right now, not game issues.
Thank you, one with 3 seconds. I should get rid of it. Now it's a lot cleaner. Hako 1.4 seconds behind. He's caught up a lot again, but if he continues with his pace, he will be in DRS. He's a lot on the next lap, but let's see if he keeps it. Orfelt up to P3, turns up to P5 now. Looks like or Sergio getting another penalty there. 6 seconds of his name. Looks like Jones has lost the time to Orfelt and Craggy now. 2.4. This is what he wants right now, but it's got net P3. Sergio and Hoffendoe are fighting. Don't know why Hoffendoe's actually he wants to fight PW Jones for that P. No, there's no point of him fighting really, because Jones doesn't have a penalty yet. He can't build that gap. Anyway, they have lost the DRS. Jones and Hako cannot find any time in this lap. And looks like Orfelt is catching up to a back mark. No, not back marker. To Rosa Sky. It's AI. And now this will give Orfeld advantage on this straight. You get DRS for free, overtaking Rosa Sky, AI, and then Matty Robbo, who hasn't pitted yet from hard tyres. Probably be about this lap now. If you want to, Jones with the fastest lap. Craigie up to P3, getting past. Looks like AJ's getting past Cornish Crush. Orfeld overtaking Rosa Sky. Jones losing the pack behind. Cornish Crush with 3 seconds. Echo can't catch up enough, 2 seconds. Lost that time a lot. Blanky up to P14 now. I don't think it's close enough, but you know what I've noticed? Here, these summers.
What have you noticed?
If
'Cause
you
I've just been trying to invite people back.
if you look up, or let's say look down, looking a lot darker.
That is true. It is starting to get dark around this track.
And maybe Matty's gone for the one stop and stayed out and wait for the Indus conditions. Matty Robbo getting overtaken by Braggy and Orfelt. He's let them by because it's not his race. But who's that round? That is Matty Robbo's gone round, struggling on those hard tyres, showing that he's still going. Despite him struggling, he's still going. And it looks like Rosa Sky's AI is going to DRS to Huff and Doback, leading back in DRS of PW Jones. But Hako got DRS on Matty Robbo, but Matty Robbo will probably let him by because that's not his race right now. He hasn't pitted yet. Dojo overtaking Rosa Sky now, and AJ will get DRS. Matty Robbo getting in 3 seconds. Actually, no, it is like him. AJ.
No.
Any words, or you just?
Just a slight update on Rosa Sky. His PlayStation has now turned back on. He should be back in a few minutes. Alphane has also disconnected and can't seem to reconnect. I've sent him several invites and he can't seem to get
It
in.
did connect. I just seen it's gone. Yeah, he's overtaken. He's I'm watching him right now. He's not ghosted. So.
Yeah, there we go.
And Hugo, you're doing a panic. Panic. Let's look at the pens. Why is it this camera angle? Why is it this camera angle? I did not put it.
Right bumper. Oh, there was a coming together between what looks like AJ and Hugo before turn 1 there.
If you look at my if you look at the stream, right, guys, you can see the amount of pens, and I'm pretty sure this was more pens than the people in EU2. So I've got no words. You've only got 3 people left who hasn't picked up a single pen: Jones, AJ, and Griffin. And 4 people. Alpha hasn't.
Because Alphane hasn't got any just yet.
But his AI has been racing most of the time, so.
Cleanest race of the entire race.
He hasn't got any incidents. Hako up to P9 now, overtaking Rosa Sky. AI hasn't overtaken yet. Jones got that gap to Seljo and Huff and Doback. They're currently fighting. Don't know why when Seljo's got that big pile up of pens. What I say. But you know, you would have been lucky if you didn't have a single pen, and then there's a safety car in the last 4 laps. And imagine the satisfaction of you jumping up the order because you don't have a single pen. Would be quite nice. But Hugo overtaking AJ for P6 there. But knowing Hugo, he might be finishing out of the points those 12 seconds.
Yeah, as I have just found out, Alphane's is going to have to leave the session, unfortunately, because it's not letting him take control of his car. So the car is unghosted. So it's a solid car, but he is not in control. He is sat on the T the T camera pod and can't actually control the car.
Oh, is AI retired? Don't
Yeah.
cause a safety car. Do not. Pull off. I think
There we
it's.
go.
Has it parked somewhere? Oh,
No, he's pulled off to the left.
okay, thanks. But this
It's
ruins
unfortunate for him.
This might ruin some overtaking into this corner. I don't think anybody's overtaken. Yeah, we're all good now. But it looks like Jones is slowly reading them in, P1 and P2. But either way, he'll get net P1 because of a pen so far. Window back up to P4. Maybe he can try it. No, I don't think it's close enough to get that to P3. Sergio P5, but AJ's slowly reading them in, looking to get past them and get to Jones maybe.
Rosa back into the pits, put himself on the medium tyres. I think he wants the speed for the last few laps before rain.
Well, Marvin, was it actually going to be rain? So I don't see any rain so far, and we've got what 9 laps left. So
Yes.
AJ getting that DRS gap within Sergio. This might help him out. If Jones gets a pen, this might help him out a lot here. Looking super close. Front to the chicane. He's within a whole second. So if Jones gets a pen right now, he might be able to overtake Jones. But right now, Jones still sticking that net P1 so far. But right now, I think AJ will be net P4 so far in this race. And Griffin will be net P8.
Actually, I think AJ might scrape away with a P3 because Orfelt is on 6 seconds of pens.
True. Depends how Sergio will plan this out. Like, we're doing some teamwork here. Often go back letting his teammate pass. But he's still waiting for that rain. I am still waiting. Oh!
Hoffendobach's. Oh, and that is a VSC.
I don't think that really
He
changes much.
That's unfortunate for Hoffendobach. He was doing really well there, considering that he was on a 3-second penalty, and he just lost traction out of Tosa. That's really unfortunate for him.
Corner where you would actually kind of lose the car. That's where I think some people were struggling yesterday. You know,
Yeah.
the traction at that corner is quite difficult, especially when it's uphill and you're still kind of turning a bit. And I think that's his whole wing gone, right? Yeah, that's his whole wing gone.
Yes.
So that would put him probably last, actually. So that's him out of the race, but still under virtual safety car.
I mean, to be fair, there's a 14-second gap between Lanky and Rosa Sky, and then another 3 seconds back to Andre. So he might come out behind Lanky if he is lucky.
Depends how long this virtual safety lasts, but I don't think pit lane, and he's got to switch his front wing. I think this is the longest pit lane. Then it goes Silverstone, maybe. I think Silverstone's got the longest pit, or the slowest, should I say?
Yeah, it is the slowest. Oh, he has gone onto the intermediate tyres. He is prepped for rain.
Those tires will overheat before the rain comes, so I don't think that is one of the biggest brains I've seen a driver do. No offense.
Maybe not, but we shall see.
Jones in that DRS now.
We don't know whether it's going to be absolute monsoon. It is actually raining. I've just gone on board with him. And
Oh, it is raining.
there are spots of rain.
Oh, so sorry about that, Hoffendobach. Actually, I think it's a bit too early, but if you know what I mean, it's a bit too early, but it is raining.
I think it's 1 or 2 laps too early, but considering he had to replace a wing, it might be the smartest move for his current position.
Especially when he did it under the virtual safety car as well. So don't forget about
Yes.
that. And right now, I think AJ is not within 6 seconds of Orfelt. But it depends how well these drivers can do it in the rain. So who's got their plan ready? He's ready to.
AJ is just outside the 6 seconds of off help. And dropping back by the look of it.
See, Robbo, please, then how do you piss? This guy kind of
Let
cooked.
me
This
check for you.
guy kind of cooked. He hasn't pitted yet. This guy might have cooked. Andrews, why have you gone to the softs? Why is
Because he wants to go 5 laps as fast as he can so that he doesn't have to deal with the rain at Imola.
break go into?
It looks like Lanky is struggling more than usual. I saw him very squirrely out of Piratella there.
On board with the lead. Author go for the lead, but I don't think he has to fight that so much. Sergio. Oh,
Starts
that
with
might
10
have ruined his race.
seconds.
It's done more than a piney.
Yeah,
It's
no.
done more than a piney. No offense.
I think that retirement was more in reaction to getting the 10-second
Yeah.
than intentionally getting
Yeah,
10
yeah.
seconds.
Because I think he wouldn't try to go for the undercut on the into. Got about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm done because the amount of laps there is left. I think there's only 4 laps within 2 laps for to be a safety car. So at that rate, there's a low chance for a safety car. But we'll never know because of the conditions right now we're seeing. But who will we see first to pit? Who do you think is going to pit first? I have
I mean,
a
I
feeling.
would have
I
said
think AJ.
Stelshow, but
I'm thinking AJ. AJ is kind of desperate. I think AJ is going to be the first one. What do you? would
weirdly
you
enough,
agree?
I think it might actually be Hugo. That's my guess.
I'm thinking AJ because
And
I think he's kind of desperate.
I'm going to put it out there. That is a pure guess.
Let's see.
Pure
let's see.
conjecture. Who's going to pull the trigger?
Oh, great guys!
No one in
Thank
that
you,
pack.
thank you guys.
Not even Hacko, and we know that he likes to listen in on
Massimo,
the
Massimo,
stream.
though. Oh, come on, bingo. Hit bingo, bro. Oh, right, right. He's just had to fake us out.
You know that he sat there in front of his system laughing at us right now.
What's this guy? What's guy's into a pits? I just don't want to speak to that man anymore. He just absolutely ruined it. Okay, I think this is the lap where people will start to pit. I think it's this lap. This lap.
If they feel like they need to. If they think they can go another 2 laps on the dry tyres in these conditions and not lose too much time, we may have a couple of drivers who stay out until the very end.
Yeah, I think so too, but it depends. I think it's all on Craigie, basically. I think these drivers are going to follow what Craigie does. And Craigie's staying out. Matty Robbo.
Matty Robbo has
Rest in peace.
retired.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
That was on the exit of Aqua Minerale.
Rest in peace. And we can't have any safety cars because there's only 2 laps left.
Yeah.
By this
So
AJ's
Matty,
struggling a
instead
lot, though.
instead of messing around,
You
he
should have
really
pitted.
should have hit onto the Inters.
You should have listened to us, man. You should have listened to us. That's all on you, bro. Oh my god, Craigie's struggling a lot. I don't know about hairpin, you can see him sliding a lot there. I'm waiting for Matty to type in the chat saying, shut
I am
the
stupid.
F up. Oh, we can't say that on stream. Still. All has amazing in his pits as well. But I don't think it's enough laps. Thank you, one getting another 3 seconds. Let's look at pens, shall we? I'm just gonna leave this up here, and you guys can read the pens.
What a lovely bunch of numbers. We just need 3 more. and then we can match EU2.
I don't think anything got a pen.
Everyone who survived the race got a pen in EU2.
Was this guy getting a 3
It-
seconds? He's down in P13, so we won't get any positions. But looks.
So
Ooh.
we're looking at Jones, AJ, and
Oh, Hugo's gone off.
Griffin.
Hugo's gone off. Cornish Crush has gone off as well. People are struggling. I repeat, people are struggling.
Griffin's in for the Inters. He's had enough of running dry tires in a wet situation.
He has enough gap. Cornish Crush is still struggling. This brought Hako 2 more free positions. He's going to get P5 at the end of a race within 6 seconds. Hugo, Orfeld might be dropping down. Looks like AJ will get that final podium there spot because of Orfeld getting. Yeah, we do have one more lap. Oh my god, Craggy for a second there, almost losing the car. Oh look at! Oh my god, Craggy! This guy is oh my god,
He was shaking that thing.
It's just shaking it
He
off,
is
man.
really struggling now.
He is. I'm surprised he's still on the track. And AJ is catching, but I think it's Jones just slowing down because he knows he's guaranteed to win. Orfeld.
Orfeld's going for the move.
Oh no! Why? No!
Oh,
Oh my god!
and DRS is now disabled. It is
How?
now the final lap, and there is no DRS left.
No!
So
No! Why? My brain's hurting.
Craggy wanted it. He didn't need to do it, but he wanted to do it on track, apparently.
Yeah, but you're going
Oh my god.
Oh my god! No.
He Imola drifted out of Tosa there.
I think Orfeld's caught a 8-second gap to AJ. It's looking close. 7. I think it's a 7-second gap. 7-second gap.
It's a 7-second gap, but Orfeld has 9 seconds of pens. So Orfeld's going to drop out of the podium positions at this point.
Unless AJ does a whole spinner. Oh my god! Craggy is really shaking that thing around. Turn off his gearbox. Oh my god. What's an apex, guys? What's an apex?
What is an apex?
Apex is inside of a corner.
It's a joke, Rob.
Oh. I thought you were dumb because the amount of penalties you pick up. And looks like, can AJ get that final position? He will.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Hako with that P5. Then goes Hugo, but Hugo's got 12 seconds to his name. I think it's just pure about 6 seconds. He might finish in P6 still.
Yeah, he's going to finish P6.
Lanky
Cornish
one.
had too many pens.
Lanky one's going to finish out with points, I think. He's got 12 seconds. Griffin's gone for the sneaky move there. Lanky one.
I think Lanky might stay in
think
just about.
Huff and Dobak's on the Inter, so.
Because Huff and Dobak's got 6.
No.
Oh, my word. Yep, okay, I was wrong. It's
And
not
then
often
final.
you'll hear me say
Do
that.
a drift. Do a drift. Do a donut. Do a donut.
Do donuts.
Do donuts.
Rosa, do donuts, please.
Donuts. Boring.
Ah, boo.
I'm not doing for the sports.
Well done to everyone who finished in changeable conditions. And unlucky Stell Show, he says in the chat he was going to pit for the Inters, then the car didn't want to stop. So yeah, that was his race over.
Well, it kind of makes sense when you're going into a pit lane,
Yeah.
which is full on wet, shall I say?
Yeah. Dry tires on wet track does not go well.
So it was PW Jones one when it was Draggy. Then you got
You want me to
Jones.
grab?
In that one. I'll just go for the order. Jones P1 there, guessing no penalties, and Craigie and AJ Then Orfeld, Hako, Hugo, Cornish Kush, Griffin, Partek, and Hufflepuff. And goes Lanky 1, out of points. Then Hasmania, then Rise of Sky, Andrews, Matty Robber, Sergio, Alvinus, and Malvin. And of course, AJ don't want to do interviews. He never does it with me. This guy hates me. I'm pretty sure this guy hates me.
I'm pretty sure he hates me too, so, you know.
Last week I did interviews with Corey and me, but now I'm by myself with you. So I say, he just don't like us. Don't like us. We get AJ fired. You know what, AJ? I'm not glazing you anymore on a few races. I'm just gonna invite Jones and Rory. Quickly.
Yes, we have got Jones and Craggy are in.
Alright, let's go to Craggy first. Alright, Craggy, how do you feel after that race? You know, getting that P2, could have got the win if you didn't get that track limits, but how do you feel?
Yeah, pretty good. It's pretty fun in the end. There's slick tires on the wet track.
Yeah, I
But,
saw you
yeah, happy with that.
messing around, you know, struggling. Were you struggling or you just, you know, just messing around for fun? Me and Decent was like, we were like, this guy's struggling a lot, but you know.
it was a bit of both. I had very, very, very low wings. And yeah, they weren't very good in the wet. They're very good in a straight line. But
well, that was
but yeah.
quite a close one. But then you started at the back, so what happened in quali?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't driven this track in many months, so just getting used to it again and putting the new setup on that had very low wings. I guess not very good quality setup, but it was pretty good in the race. So there you go.
Oh yeah, looks like you got past few people, all that stuff. But then you were gaining some free positions because people were making contact, all that stuff. Then at the race,
Yeah.
at the end, were you thinking to pit for Inters? You know, since you were the leading pack, you know, people would react to you. But what was going through your mind for those few laps?
Yeah, I did try to bait the pits a couple of times, but they were having none of it. So, and by it was about 3 laps to go, and you're not gonna gain, you know, however many seconds a lap. Just
Yeah.
changing to the inters, so stuck it out to the end.
Yeah, me and Decent was trying to bait people to go in the pits, and nobody went in really.
No.
Loads of people.
Matty baited the stream. Matty baited the stream about going into the pits,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he crashed out that lap. So, yeah.
But yeah, that was quite a close one towards the end. But I don't think you. I think you said. I don't think you were in the championship after that race. Let me double check. So you're that's E2. So after that, I think you might be, but it depends on Jones how he finishes. I don't think he has to finish any more races. If you don't get any points, you could win it if you have some good results, and if people have bad results. I think you are out of the
I think
championship.
I've just missed a lot of races, haven't I? I think so.
But how's it?
Yeah.
But
Oh.
one more question: how was it going through the field? You know, started at the back. Was it easy because it's not really an overtaking track?
Yeah, well, with the low wings down the straight was pretty easy to overtake. Just managing the ERS throughout the lap. But yeah, I saw Jones catching about half a second every lap through the turns. But yeah, he caught us in the end.
Yeah, looks like he maintained the grip. I'm guessing he had higher wings. What wings were you running at?
Please say trade secret.
They were in the 30s.
30s. Okay.
Yeah.
30s. Oh, that's good. Any questions from D Summers?
Just with the last few laps, we saw you shaking a tail feather, as it were. I know you said you were partly having fun, partly struggling. Was it getting more and more difficult onto the final lap with the lack of traction and the lack of downforce, just trying to get to the line?
Yeah, definitely the final two turns of the track. They were the hardest ones. I kept going a bit deep and having to slow down to not invalidate. 'Cause I was one warning away from a 6-second pen, so had to be very
we-
careful with that one. But
We were kind of hoping for penalty bingo, but we didn't quite get there.
not quite.
Well, I think you would have been fine
Uh,
anyway. I don't think you would have lost any. You already lost one to Jones. I don't think you were going to lose one to AJ. AJ was too far back. You weren't going to lose one to Olfelt. So even though if you get that 6 seconds, you would have stayed in that P2 spot.
Okay.
So yeah, you're absolutely fine there. But congrats on that P2. I think that's good. That's it. Finish with you, Ismas. Finish with
Yep,
Peace Lord.
I'm all good with that.
Okay. Right, now let's go on to the winner. How do you feel, Jones, after that hard race, should I say?
Oh, it's good to finally win my first race of this season.
Yeah, it
I've
took you a while.
close many times, but yeah, I definitely needed a win. AJ's out ahead. He's doing quite well recently, so it's quite a challenge trying to claw these points back. Nearly did it last week, but was it the Fizz picked me by half a tenth or something?
I think so.
Could have done with those
Yes.
points, but yeah, I think it's a good result for me this race.
Yeah, it was about half a tenth, 14 milliseconds between you. But yeah, that was kind of close. How many warnings were you on? That's the big question. How many warnings were you on?
Just one. That was always a strategy today. Hako came up trump.
Jones, you alright?
Very stable high wing setup. We were. Oh, can you hear me?
Okay, I think you're good
Hello?
now. You were lagging for a second there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
So repeat what you just said, basically.
yeah.
repeat your sentence.
So I was on just one warning. The aim was always to keep away from those track limits. We were running very high wing setup. Hako came up trumps with the setup. We were terrible down the straights, but sector 2 and 3 we were quite quick. So yeah, my intention always was don't pick up any track limit warnings, and usually at the end it influences the result, and it did. So thankfully I got the win.
Yeah, how was it on the should I say the wet conditions? Were you struggling, or you just you were dropping back a bit, but then you're crashing a bit? So what was
Yeah, no,
happening?
the setup was such high wing, it could have been a wet setup. So I it got slippery, but at no time was I worried about spinning the car. I could have probably passed the two cars in front, but they had penalties, so it wasn't worth the risk. And I could see AJ dropping back in the wet, so I just thought, I'll just sit here in P3 and just win on penalties.
Yeah, that was a quite a close one towards the end, but then the strategy went alright, kept it nice and calm. I think you didn't get the undercut, you pitted at the same time as everybody else, should I say. I think Orfeld got the massive undercut. Was he a threat to you, or?
Yeah, I didn't notice he'd pitted. Well, I suppose he's behind me anyway, wasn't he? So nothing I could have done about it. But yeah, that jumped them ahead by a second. I just missed out on DRS, and then they pulled away from me. And it made me vulnerable to the guys behind. I think because it Huffendobach and
Offendoback and
Stelzscho.
Sergio, yeah. But then I think you dropped him again.
Yeah, they were giving me grief, and at one point they decided. I think Huffendobach passed Stelzscho and slowed them both down, and so I just used all my battery and just built a gap up and broke away. Thankfully, otherwise that could have been hard work.
It seemed that there, in my mind at least, there was a little bit of Red Bull team play at that point, with Huffendoback slowing Stelzshow so that AJ could catch him
Okay, yeah.
and then make the pass. But
Yeah.
yeah, Orfelt pitted from, I think he was in P11 when
He
he
was at
wow.
the back,
pitted.
yeah. And then that undercut
And
really worked.
it was literally a single lap of undercut, and he got all the way up to the front.
Wow,
And he shouldn't
that
pick
is
up
good.
the pace. So I think it would have been fine from AJ. He stick to about 6 seconds, but then grab him at 9 wasn't. It was just too much for him. So
Yes. So-
if you do lose the championship, blame Orfelt for getting an extra track limit, should I say? So there you go.
It's going to be close. Yeah, it's just 2 more races. Spa and the wet. Not looking forward to that. And
I mean, it just means it's going to be interesting for the next 2 races.
Yeah. So how do you
Yeah.
actually feel for the next next week, should I say? Well, how do you feel?
I'm not great in the wet. I'm gonna have to get a setup. It's just like I've done no wet racing in Spa at all.
Actually, you have in
Oh,
should I say season 14 EU2? It was wet.
Oh,
That race.
okay.
You remember?
I was terrible then. Yeah, I was terrible then.
Yeah, when you somehow carried me. I've got no words. So, but get some practice in. Got 2 more races left to beat AJ. I think you're in the lead now. I think what you get 25 and AJ gets is it 18? No,
AJ got
15.
P3, so it's 15.
15.
I
I
got
thought
fastest lap as well.
15. So you're gonna be ahead
I'm
of
ahead
them
by
by
1.
1 point. By 1 point. So
Yeah.
looking close for the last 2 races. So somehow I think Hako's got to do some teamwork, with you, and gotta hope AJ, can't do anything about it. But let's see on the last 2 weekends. Is that all from you, D Summers?
Yeah, I just want to say I'm pretty sure we're going to see a Hako torpedo in the wet next week, aimed squarely at a Red Bull. But yeah, great race, PW Jones.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, congrats on that P1. You kind of deserve it finally for once to finally get that win. But I think that is it from us from EU1. Shall I say? But you can watch EU1 later on. I know all I know is it's 2 a.m. UK time, 9 p.m. I don't know which
Eastern.
time zone. There's too many time zones. America's confusing. Across
Okay,
the
Rob,
pond.
let me go through it for you. So we will be back next week with a wildcard race at Belgium. Tune into that at 9 p.m. UK time. For EU2, it will be on Wednesday, and EU1 will be same time on Thursday. We will also have AM2 on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, and AM1 tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern for Imola, and next week it will be Belgium.
Well, you've heard that, ladies and gentlemen, but that is us done for EU1. Hope you liked that, and bye.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest of
Contest
Speed.
of speed.
Contest of speed.